Hey, thanks for checking out my video. In this one I'm going to be showing you or demonstrating kills of Marauders with all the different weapons, the gray weapons, entry-level weapons, white weapons, Kotek weapons, whatever you want to call it, the cheapest of the cheap weapons in the Cycle Frontier Season 2. I'm going to be demonstrating Marauder kills with all the different weapons, and I'm going to be doing it from my least favorite to my favorite, or hardest to easiest, rather. We start off this video at Fallen Tree on Crescent Falls, and the reason I did that, and I'm running it in rather than just starting the video of killing Marauders, is I want to give you a reference to where I'm doing this at, just because it's a really good place to kill Marauders if that's what you need to do. There's 3 or 4 Marauders in the location we're heading to, and it's just a really easy place to kill Marauders. So if you start at Fallen Tree and just follow the path that I've shown you here on this video, it'll lead you right to where I'm going to be performing this task and showing you how to do it. The first thing you're going to want to do is get rid of all these blastics and acid ticks. You don't want those messing with you while you're fighting the Marauders. Like I said, there's like 3 or 4. We're going to aggro just one at a time for each different weapon. And for the first one, we're going to be using the K28 pistol, my least favorite weapon to kill a Marauder with, but it's completely doable. It's super cheap. But you can actually do it cheaper. You can just use a knife if you want. I have a video to demonstrate how to do that as well. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to be using, like I said, my least favorite to my favorite. Then we're going to be doing some faction weapons, the cheapest faction weapons, and we'll have a couple of honorable mentions that are beyond the cheap. But so yeah, you just move in here, get him to swing at you, move in again. When he opens his mouth like that, just aim for the red spot in his mouth and then just rinse and repeat. Move in, let him swing at you. Move in, let him swing at you. And then eventually he'll do the power swing like this, and then you just shoot him in the mouth. If he decides to go into ranged mode or he runs around the ledge, just dodge his ranged attack and just get him to reset. Once again, this demonstration is just to show you that you can kill even the hardest creatures in this game with the oh no, I've aggroed another Jeff. Dodge that. But you can kill even the hardest creatures with the cheapest weapons. You don't need to buy the most expensive stuff. And but yeah, that's it for the pistol. We're going to be moving on to the next weapon. All right, now we're back with the C32 bolt action rifle, killing a Jeff. Yeah, so this is like number 4 in the list. Remember, we're going from my least favorite to my favorite in the gray or Kotek low-end weapons, entry-level weapons. And yeah, so this one's completely doable too. I don't really like it, but let's see here. For that exact reason. So I've done this quite a few times, and when you aim down sights, for some reason, even if you bullseye his mouth, it doesn't show as a hit. So if you shoot from the hip at his mouth, quite often you will actually hit a soft spot. And if you aim down sights for some reason, it doesn't line up. I don't know why, but anyways, that's why this is my fourth pick, or my second to last choice for killing Jeffs. The bolt action rifle kind of balls, and also because it's it's a 4-round magazine. If somebody shows up and you've got this out, you're probably not going to win. But anyways, so that's the bolty. That's the C32 bolt action rifle. It's definitely doable, and you can definitely kill Jeffs with it. It's just not that great due to its magazine size and its rate of fire. But I mean, if it's all you have and you need to kill a Jeff, it'll definitely get the job done. But now we're going to move on to our next weapon, which is going to be the trench gun. So in this one, we're going to be using the trench gun to kill a Jeff. We're in a different location this time. Now, I do want to mention most of the kills in this video are going to be in the same location as the previous kills, just for consistency and ease of finding a Jeff that's alive. But due to the high damage of this trench gun, this is going to go quick, so I got to talk fast. So once you aggroed him, move in, move away, wait until he does his power swing, just like before. Shoot him in the mouth, and as you can see, the trench gun is quite great at killing Jeffs. Unfortunately, you do have to be extremely close for this to work because of the spread pattern, and that's why it's only made the middle of my rating list here. But yeah, really easy with the trench gun. Moving on to the next gun. Alright, we're back, and as you're going to see, these are going to be going quicker and quicker because the guns are getting better and better. But this time we're going to be using the AR-55 assault rifle. And it's quite magical when killing Marauders. The only reason it didn't make the top of my list is because the recoil, and it's not for everyone when it comes to aiming. But as you'll see, well, we had to trick the Jeff into... There we go. As you can see, it rips him apart, and he's about to die fairly soon. Now you'll see here what I was talking about, sometimes they reset, and you have to just trick them back into going back into melee mode. But easy enough. Another one down. Moving on to the next, and I hope you guys are enjoying what's happened so far. Alright, so we're here with the fifth and final weapon of the Kotek Gray / entry-level weapons. Next we'll be moving on to the cheapest of the faction weapons, and then I'm going to throw in a few kind of mid-ranged faction weapons that are really good for killing Marauders. But here we are with the S576 PDW SMG from Kotek, and it's another beast when it comes to killing Jeffs, as you're about to find out. This is my favorite, by the way. Like, I use this most of the time just because killing Jeffs can be a dangerous business, and this gun is just so cheap and it's so effective. It's great for PvP as well, so if you get into trouble, if you got a good all-around weapon, she'll get you out of all kinds of scrapes. But yeah, no, my favorite Jeff killing weapon. All right, next we're going to do the faction weapons, and we're going to do it the same way, least favorite to favorite, and then some honorable mentions. All right, we're back with our first faction weapon, which is the Scarab pistol. Now, it is a 3-round burst pistol. So it's kind of like somewhere between a SMG and a pistol, but it does decent damage, and it reloads extremely fast. So if once again, if you get into a PvP scrape in the middle of your Jeff killing, it's going to hold its own. Pretty much the only reason it's not higher on the list when it comes to faction weapons is, well, there's better ones. But yeah, this is what we're going to start with because it's my least favorite of the 3 cheapest faction weapons. Got to find a Jeff here. That's it. Oh, by the way, like I was doing there, get rid of the blastics first. Do that. Save yourself some trouble. All right, we're going to... Oh, missed him. All right. Get him to chase us back to the point. And as you can see, there's Jeffs all over the place over here. So, and there's just not enough spaced apart where they're not all going to aggro you at one time. But yeah, let's show you the devastating power of this. Why are they? Oh, here he comes. I thought he was chasing me already. All right. All right. The devastating power of the Scarab. Once again, you want to get him on this little ledge here, either above or below the ledge. Move in, back up, let him swing, move in, back up, let him swing, and then when he goes into power swing mode, nail him in the mouth. Just like this. But as you can see, the Scarab is pretty good, and it reloads really fast. If you throw some mods on there, you can have a really, really good weapon on your hands there. But, yep, kills the Jeffs, just like all the other guns. Really good. Next up, we're going to be moving into number 2 of the faction weapons, which is going to be the Bulldog from ICA, which is an absolutely just devastating. It's a beast when it comes to killing Marauders. I mean, three shot, 4 shot Marauders easy with this gun. You might even be able to 2-shot it. I don't know. I mean, most of the times it takes me 4 shots, but there's been a couple times that I've killed them with 3. And as you're going to see, you just got to make sure you land your shots, but it is absolutely devastating. Watch. Here we go. Move in, back up, move in, get him in the power swing, and then just it's open season. All right, so it may take me 4 shots this time, but I mean you can see it's it's very ammunition friendly when it comes to killing Jeffs, and yeah, it gets the job extremely done. But it is not my favorite faction weapon to kill Jeffs. We're getting to that point here in a second. All right, there you go. Killed the Jeff with a Bulldog, and we're going to be moving on to the next weapon, which is going to be the Scrapper. So the Scrapper is Korolev, and if I forgot to mention, the Scarab is Osiris, Scrapper is Korolev, and this is my favorite of the cheapest faction weapons to use. Now there are other faction weapons that I do like, and I'm going to show you those. Those are going to be my honorable mentions. towards the end of this video. But let's get this Jeff into position, and then I'm going to show you the devastating power of the Scrapper when it comes to killing Jeffs. Once again, you got to move in there. Oh, he's going to run around. Get him into power swing mode and just let loose. You see that? The knockback on that was just almost instant. All right. Oh, he got me that one. So move in, back up, let him swing, move in, back up. And then when he goes into power swing mode, just let loose. And yes, it's not as ammo friendly as the Bulldog, but I do like the Scrapper just because if you get into a PvP situation while you're doing this, oh, he's dead. All right, you know, you're gonna have a pretty decent weapon to fight back with, and you know the ammo's light and all that. But anyways, so that's my so that was my least favorite to favorite of the cheapest of the faction weapons. Next, we're going to move on to a few honorable mentions, a few weapons that the weapons I actually prefer to use when killing Jeffs. All right, we're back with my most 100% absolute favorite gun of all times when it comes to killing Jeffs, and which is the hammer, and it's the most powerful gun I had access to at the time of making this video. But even if I had something better, this would be the gun I would use. First thing I want to do is I want to show you how little damage it does when you shoot a Jeff in the armor. So if you shoot a Jeff when his mouth's not open, as you can see, it barely does anything to him. And I'm demonstrating this because when you see the devastating power of hitting him in the soft spot with this gun, it's almost comical. So we just got to get him to open his mouth, get him into ranged mode here. When he goes to do his little gurgle, and that's it. Death. All right, on to the next one. And last but not least, the flechette. Now, I personally don't use the flechette very often, but I did want to demonstrate a scenario that would be more realistic in-game, not such a controlled environment. And as you're going to see, there was a Rattler, there is a Heavy Strider, and there's a Jeff. Now, what I prefer to do is take out the smaller creatures first, and as long as you move with confidence, you can easily dodge Jeffs just by using height advantage. So, you know, use ledges. When he goes up, you go down. When he goes down, you go up. Wait for him to open his mouth for a ranged attack like he's doing here, and just land as many shots in his mouth as possible. Every chance you get, pepper the inside of his mouth, and then when he gets low, just finish him off. And that's it, guys. It is literally that easy. There is nothing to be afraid of. It's just an ingrained creature. They're all easy to kill. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe. We're going to catch y'all on the next one. That's it for me today. I'm out.